I'm glad you made it home safe and sound.
Oh, no, you're not. You're just glad I didn't blow you out of the water. What the hell is going on at that Galaxy Club?
It's nothing that concerns you. It's part of my job.
Oh, really? No, I think Jack Snyder was on the job tonight. You are a different story. What is going on? Start talking.
Just drop it, Katie.
No, I will not. You're staying in my house. If you're involved in something seedy, then I need to know about it.
It's police business. You knew I was working undercover. Now you know where. That's all I can tell you.
Undercover, huh? Hey, is Carly under those same covers?
Sorry, Nikki. If anybody cracks this case, it's going to be Jack, not you.
Oh, hi, sweetheart.
Hey.
You're home early.
Really? Feels like I pulled a double.
Tired?
That's one way to put it. That idiot Nick nearly blew the Galaxy Club operation.
Really? How?
Well, I went there on a routine drunk and disorderly, and he lights into me about how I'm dogging him. Are you kidding me? What a complete moron. There's a big fish out there that we're trying to catch, honey, and he nearly blows his cover.
He's really a piece of work, isn't he?
And I'm tired of giving him the benefit of the doubt. He worked my last nerve tonight. I don't know how much longer I can handle this. I really don't.
Sweetheart, you're not thinking of quitting, are you?
Listen, I know things are tight, okay? I know they are. And there's some of the guys on the force are like brothers to me, honey, but there's no amount of money in the world that can make me work with this guy. It's not even like I'm working with him. I'm working underneath him.
Honey, here, I know just what you need.
You know what I need? I need some good news. Like Nick Kasanoff dropped off the face of the earth, and he's left nothing behind but his bad reputation.
Wow. Then you just relax. And don't worry. Because I do have some news for you. And it might be just what you need to leave Nick in the dust. Oh. Bring me another, please.
Try a martini. Whoa, whoa.
Don't do that.
So I'm just trying to give you a safety tip, you know, something about the shape of a martini glass that makes it hard to
Sneaking
guzzle.
up on me like that, you nearly gave me a heart attack, Henry. Where's my drink?
Emily, what's the matter?
Look, just because I don't want a martini, Henry, doesn't mean
Don't kid a
anything's the
kidder,
matter.
don't kid a kidder. You're shaking like a fern. Now, why don't you tell Uncle Henry while you're inhaling booze like it's spring break at Fort Lauderdale?
I've done something, Henry. Something terrible.
Oh my God. Look at this, what happened. What am I gonna do? Dad, thank God you're here.
I came the minute I got your call. What's going on?
I don't know. I came to see Paul, and then I got here, and the door was open, and...
Hold it. Back up a second. You came to see who?
Paul.
Your brother, Paul? Jennifer,
No, Dad. No. I know that it sounds impossible. I know it does, but he is alive. Or at least he was when I talked to him a little while ago. But then I got here, and this place was just... I don't know, Dad. I'm really scared. Doesn't it look like there was a fight or something? And it must have happened sometime between the time that I talked to him and then the time that I got here.
Maybe, but I'm not sure I care. I'm still stuck on why you think your brother's alive.
Because I talked to him.
But you haven't seen him.
No, we spoke on the phone.
And you're sure it was Paul?
Dad, I know his voice better than my own.
How long ago did you speak to him?
An hour, maybe? I called this number and he picked up right away.
And how did you know where to call him?
Because this woman gave me the number.
What woman? Jen, who gave you the number?
She's a psychic.
Oh,
Dad, no, wait,
Jennifer.
before you assume that I let some scam artist take advantage of me, it's not that simple, okay? I realized what she was doing, and I went ahead and had her hauled into the police station, but then I realized that she actually was in touch with Paul, and that he was paying her to drop clues that he was alive.
For what purpose?
I think he wanted to feel me out to see if I still hated him. He wants to know if I can forgive him.
So, where has Paul supposedly been all this time?
I don't know. I don't have details, but that's what I came here to find out. And as soon as I discovered where he was, I knew I had to come here. And he said, Dad, Paul said that he would wait for me.
Well, that explains why nobody's here.
No. Paul would not run away from me again.
Jen, your brother is still a wanted man. You ask me, he's taken a powder again.
I couldn't help it. I was so angry after seeing Paul kissing Megan. I had to do something.
Something? As in what, pay him back? Again? Emily, you tried that already, and he didn't stay, departed, so...
I know.
Well, why don't you leave it alone? Leave him alone.
I should have.
Did you go after him again?
No.
Good.
I sent Dusty after him.
Oh, my God, what? Are you nuts, Emily? Do you know what you've done?
I know. He was furious. I mean, he was so furious, he might have...
What, killed somebody, you think?
Maybe.
You better hope he didn't decide to do something worse, Em.
What's worse than murder?
Calling the cops. In which case, Paul is spilling his guts right now about a certain attempted murder. For all we know, a SWAT team could be over here to arrest you right now.
Meg? I saw your car out here with a motor running. I didn't know whether you were inside or not.
Hi, Mama.
Hi, Mama. You almost scared me half to death. I thought you were going to leave town and I'd never see you again. Why are you sitting out here like this? Hey, what is it? Meg, you want to tell me what's going on?
I was driving around and I couldn't focus. And I was afraid I'd get into an accident, so I headed here because I didn't know where else to go.
Well, why didn't you come inside?
I just couldn't.
Why not, sweetheart?
Carly has no part in what I'm doing at the Galaxy.
Then what was she doing there?
Why are you giving me so much grief?
Because I don't get it. I don't understand how you got assigned to some place where Carly's slinging drinks to a bunch of sleazeballs.
It's a small town, okay?
Yeah, and that postage stamp she calls an outfit is even smaller.
Yeah, my point is that if you need to work nights, there's only so many places you can work in this town.
Oh, please.
The reason why she's working there is personal, okay?
Personal to whom?
Why are you gonna let this go?
Because you put me in the middle of it.
I put you in the middle of it.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Who had me running interference with her husband? Who had me go take the ring that I found in your pocket back to her? I think I've more than earned an explanation.
Okay. But you cannot tell anybody about it.
Just tell me what's going on. I'll figure out if I want to tell anyone or not.
All right. Well, ever since Jack got demoted, he and Carly have been struggling a little bit for cash, so she's been trying to scrape enough cash together to make ends meet. She doesn't want Jack knowing that she's working at the club.
Oh, you're kidding, right? How did such a hotshot detective like you become so stupid?
Oh, you are a miracle worker. Oh.
Is that better?
Yes, I'm almost beginning to forget about Nick Kasnoff.
Good. But it's gonna get even better.
Well, better than this? Impossible. Looks like I spoke too soon.
Okay. Just hold that thought, okay? Until I talk to you about something.
You want to talk now? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I want to talk about what's got you so upset.
Nick? That's the last thing I want to talk about,
Okay.
really.
Hey.
What?
Then let's talk about the case that the two of you are working on.
You mean the case that he's about to blow sky high?
Hey, Jack. What if you had information that Nick didn't have? And what if that information led to a break in the case? Would that help?
Sure, yeah, but how am I gonna dig that up if I can't go undercover?
What if you had somebody going undercover for you?
Like who?
Get to that in a minute.
Carly,
Jack!
what are you up to?
You know how I get these good ideas? Well, I was inspired, and I had a fantastic idea. And, well, you'll understand after you see this. I just want you to take a look, okay?
It's Hal. Hey, Hal, what's up?
You know the Wagon Wheel Motel, right?
Of course.
I'm here with Jen. Something's going down, and I want you to be in on it.
Of course, yeah, sure.
And don't make any stops. I need you here right away.
You got it. Yeah. Bye.
What? What's going on?
I'm not sure. Hal needs me right away.
But, Jack!
Listen, that thing you wanted to help me out with, we'll talk about it later, okay? Hal's case sounds big, and he asked for me, so this could be the break to get me back in. Really. Bye.
Hi.
You want to let me on this little joke of yours?
Sorry. It's just the thought of Carly being forced into slavery at some seedy strip club. It's just too ridiculous.
But you're missing the point, Katie. Carly's a good mom. If anybody ever found out she was working in the Galaxy, I definitely think it'd be a little embarrassing.
Well, come on. You think Carly's only ever been a mother in her life? Nick, she was a fashion designer. She had her own line. I think if she needed a job, she could probably get one in that industry.
Yeah, but maybe there weren't any available at that time.
No, you're not getting it. She was huge. She showed her stuff all over the world. I'm sure she could work something out.
So then why is she acting like this is the best job she can get?
You're the detective. You figure it out.
So you're saying the reason she's there is because of me?
I think Carly's smart. I think that nothing in her life happens by accident. I think if she ended up in your gin joint, it's because she intended to be there.
Kitty, I told you. There's nothing going on between me and Carly. Okay?
Maybe not. Maybe she did end up there by accident and you're just taking advantage of your good luck. Maybe there is something going on and you're just not telling me. But whatever it is, you two are sliding down a slippery slope, and if you are smart, you'll put on the brakes before somebody gets hurt.
You know what? I'm out of here.
Wait, Nick! Nick, I'm just trying...
Here, Jack. It's Anatoly's contact. His address, his phone number, everything. Did it help?
Did it help? Carly, this number was everything I needed to bring down one of the biggest gambling rings this town has ever seen. I know everything now. How the money's laundered, where it goes down, exactly who's involved. You're wonderful, honey. You're the best. How is it that you always know exactly what I need and how to help me?
I learned from the best, G-Man.
Hey, you two. I didn't think you'd mind my dropping by without calling first, especially when I wanted to give you this.
Does this mean?
You're back on the force, Jack.
I just broke the case a few minutes ago.
Good news travels fast.
And what about Nick?
Nick who? Oh, you mean the guy I saw hitching a ride down I-80? I guess he couldn't stand the shame.
Well, he only blew the biggest case in Oakdale police history. He deserved to get fired.
And Jack deserves his job back and a raise, and I want you down at the station right away. Got it?
Yeah, of course.
Right away.
Yeah. I love you.
Oh, I love you too, G-Man.
Mom?
Oh, hi. Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
What are you smiling about?
Oh. Well, I have found a way to make everything all right again. And guess what?
What?
You're gonna help me.
Why'd you do it, Emily? You're home free.
I couldn't help myself. After everything that meant did to me. After everything I gave up for him, I couldn't just let him live happily ever after with Meg Snyder.
Forgive me for stating the obvious, but do you see a pattern here?
No.
You have a tendency to kick in the door when a simple knock will do.
What's your point, Henry?
My point is that you saw Meg and Paul in an embrace, and you didn't know the circumstances. You went from the frying pan right to a great big wall of fire.
The man I love was kissing another woman. What was I supposed to do? Shrug my shoulders and say, oh, easy come, easy go.
No, you could stop and think about what it meant. You don't know that Paul, after being shot by his fiancée and climbing up over a bluff, was ready for a new girlfriend. You don't know that they were planning to live happily ever after. No, you saw a kiss, you saw red, and you went from 0 to revenge in 10 seconds.
Oh, my God, you're right.
Yeah.
All I could think about was how much he hurt me. And I wanted to hurt him. So I called Dusty. And now that I've done it, oh, I have no idea what's gonna happen next.
Well, whatever it is, I think it's safe to assume we're gonna need another drink.
Yeah.
Dad, Paul had months to think about this. He knew the consequences of trying to contact me. He wouldn't just bail out now.
Why not? It wouldn't be the first time.
Because he wanted more than anything to have my forgiveness. He wrote it in that note that he left.
He doesn't deserve your forgiveness.
Dad, no, but you didn't hear him, okay? You didn't hear his voice. It was in his voice. It was like this ache. And I could feel how much he wanted to see me. And so when he promised that he was gonna wait, I had no doubt in my mind that he would be here.
You're assuming an awful lot, Jennifer, and I'm having a hard time believing it.
Well, what would it take to convince you?
A witness?
I have a witness.
Who?
Meg.
Meg Snyder?
She's been with him. She's been helping him. She knows how he's been, where he's been. She might even be able to tell us what happened to him tonight.
Hey, Jen, what's going on?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. But so far, it looks like Paul Ryan might actually be alive. Are you going to say I told you so now or later?
If he's alive, where is he?
Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. It looks like he's disappeared again.
You're kidding.
I owe you an apology, Jack. I let him slip away when I bought the suicide setup.
We don't have time to beat ourselves up here, Hal. Just tell me what you need from me.
I need you to go question your cousin, Meg.
Meg?
According to Jen, she's been aiding and abetting him. It's possible she might have had something to do with this latest disappearance.
I'm sorry.
Sorry about it. Now, do these tears have anything to do with that note you left me? Telling me you were going to leave town and never come back?
I needed to start over, Mama.
Yeah. And you were going to leave without saying goodbye to your mama?
I can face you.
Why not? Sweetheart, you know there's nothing that you can't tell me.
I wish that were true. But there have been a lot of things I haven't been able to tell you for a very long time.
Well, why don't we change all that? Hmm? Starting right now.
I can't. I'm just so ashamed.
Ashamed of what?
Everything. Who I am, the things I've done. I didn't want to lay all that at your feet, and that's why I thought it was better if I just made a clean break. And look at me, I can't even do that right.
Shh, it's okay. Come on, sweetheart. Come on now. It's okay. I'll tell you what, let's just go inside. We'll get a good night's sleep, and then in the morning, everything won't seem as bad.
It's bad, Mama. Okay, things are spinning out of control, and I just don't know how to stop it.
Coming up on As the World Turns.
And what are you doing here?
Just trying to find out how long you thought you could actually play me.
You are steps away from the hottest water you have ever been in your life, and you want to stay? In the name of all that's holy, why, Em?
Where are you going?
To find my brother. I think I know where he is.
There's nothing that can't be stopped if you honestly wanted to. You want to tell me what's wrong? Maybe I can help, huh?
I don't know.
What is it? Are you afraid that I won't understand it?
Sometimes I feel like you set the bar so high I can't even reach it. And all I ever wanted to do was make you proud of me. And I never knew how.
Oh, sweetheart, now come on. I can't believe that all this anguish is because of me.
I felt if I can't be as good as you, then why even try? So I gave up.
All I ever wanted was for you to be your wonderful self. I love you. I love you just as you are. I do. And maybe I do set goals higher, for my children, but it's because I have no doubt that they can achieve them.
Well, now that you know what a disappointment I can be, maybe you won't realize
Oh,
that.
now come on, stop it. Now just stop that, Nick. I can see who you are. You're a wonderful, wonderful human being. You're kind and you're loving and just look what you've chosen to do with your life. You've chosen to care for people.
Yeah, for all the good I've done anyone.
You've done a lot of good for a lot of people. Sometimes you might get a little passionate about those you love, and sometimes that passion leads you astray, and...
Stop making excuses for me. Things have gotten really bad, and I don't know how I could fix it.
Just like everything else in life, sweetheart, you just take one step at a time, that's all.
I just don't know where to start.
You start by taking responsibility for what you've done. And then you just do everything you can to make it right again.
But that's just it. I want to make it right. But I don't know if I can.
Somebody hurt him, didn't they?
I need to poke around a little bit more before I come to any conclusions. You didn't touch anything, did you, Jen? For all we know, Paul could have gotten drunk and trashed the place himself. Maybe he's out walking it off right now. I'll be right back.
Jennifer, honey, I got your message. Have they found Paul?
Barbara, this may well be a crime scene. Don't touch anything.
A crime scene? What do you mean?
Talk to your daughter.
Honey, I don't understand. They found Paul, but he's alive and he's gone again?
And I don't think he had a choice, Mom. That's what I was trying to tell Dad. I mean, look at this room.
Well, how did he sound when you talked to him? Honey, are you sure that it was your brother?
Yes! Yes, I know my brother. And he sounded calm. And he said that he would wait for me, but then when I got here, I can't lose him again, Mom.
Does your father think he's hurt?
Dad doesn't know what to think. He's not even sure if he's really alive. But I am. And when Paul said he would wait for me, he would have been here unless something forced him out.
I think you're right. I mean, look at this place. Someone has hurt my son.
Mom, no, don't do it. Be careful.
Oh, no. Look at this. I know who hurt my son. This is the work of James Stenbeck.
You want me to help? How?
Well, you know how you can do all sorts of things on the computer? Do you think you can figure out a way to get me an address if I give you a phone number? With no name.
That's easy. Anybody can do it.
Even me?
Sure. Just type in reverse phone book and it will tell you what to do.
Am I lucky or what? Am I lucky to have a genius for a son? Thank you, sweetie. Now go back up to bed, okay? You've been a big help.
Does this mean Jack will get his job back and everything will be okay again?
Oh, honey. That's what I'm counting on. All right, Nick Kasnoff. Your days are numbered.
Hello? Hello? Who's there?
Katie. Hey, look, can you hear me now? It's Mike.
Oh my, thank God it's you. I was hoping it was you.
I got your message. I was gonna call you anyway.
I'm sorry that I called you while you were working. It's just I miss you so much.
I miss you too, Angel.
You know, I thought I could do this, you know? I mean, it's just harder than I thought it was gonna be. There's all this stuff happening here that I just really don't want to get into over the phone, so I think maybe you could come back earlier than you wanted to, please?
I'd love to, but it's a lot going on here too, honey, and I hate to say it, but it's not good.
You sound exhausted.
I am. There was an accident at the work site.
Are you all right?
I'm fine, but my brother took a bad hit.
How?
Damn demolition crew shook a crossbeam loose and it got him.
God, is he gonna be okay?
Right now his chances are fair. His leg shattered in a dozen pieces.
Oh, Mike, I'm so sorry. Is there anything I can do?
Pray. He's got a long road ahead of him.
I wish I were with you.
Me too. But you've got to do your show, and I've got to supervise this whole project now.
So there's no one else who could do it?
Not with my experience. Mark wasn't building this thing to look good now and fall apart in a couple of years. I'm the only one who seems to get it.
So I guess your brother's really counting on you.
Katie, if I leave now, the whole thing goes south. But more than that, I can't bail on him while he's in the hospital. He doesn't have anybody else.
No, of course. You just stay there as long as you need to.
I know I promised I wouldn't be any more in a couple weeks.
It's okay. How could you have foreseen this?
I wish I could be in two places at once. I don't want to leave Mark, but I'd give anything to be on a plane headed for home right now. I want us to finish planning our wedding.
Don't be silly. It can wait. I mean, there are more important things in life than a cake and a wedding dress and a tropical honeymoon.
I'm sorry.
Don't be.
Just know that there isn't an hour that goes by that I don't think about you.
You really want to make me cry, don't you?
No. I really want to be there holding you right now.
I love you so much.
I'll call you as soon as I can. You can tell me about all the stuff you said was going on back there.
It's nothing. Really. It's just good to hear your voice.
Yours too.
A kiss to Mark from me, okay?
You got it.
And 1,000 to you.
Right back at you.
Yes. I hand this to Jack. Jack hands Anatoly to Hal. And Nick Kasnoff hands in his badge. What are you doing here?
I'm just trying to find out how long you thought you could actually play me.
Maybe there's a way we can get Dusty off the trail. Can you call him and tell him to lay off of Paul? Maybe we can salvage the situation.
No, that can't happen. When we finished talking, Dusty ran out of here like a bat out of hell. I guarantee you he went straight for Paul.
Then all we can do is hope that Dusty went over the edge and killed him.
Don't say that.
Why not? You tried to.
No, I was a woman scorned. Henry, I was in so much pain, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah, well, that's a great defense, Em. Maybe the jury will just give you lethal injection and not the electric chair.
Just shut up, all right? That is not happening. Paul is not going to turn me in.
Okay, hey, I got a great idea. Why don't we both take the money and we'll go to Puerto Vallarta?
I'm not going anywhere with you.
Why not? You are steps away from the hottest water you have ever been in your life, and you want to stay? In the name of all that's holy, why, Em?
I should have known. Too much time has gone by. It's been too quiet.
What are you talking
I'm
about?
talking about James. He has a history of disguising himself and then putting himself in obvious places and then dropping little clues, expecting me to figure it out.
No, Mom, Paul would have said something. If James was holding him, Paul would have, he would have found a way to tip me off.
This may be the tip-off. James has never forgiven Paul for rejecting him. This could be a way of exacting revenge on him.
On Paul?
On Paul, on me, on all of us. He has stood by and watched us grieve. Watched us try to move on with our lives, and just when we're about to get past this, poof, Paul's alive. He's toying with us. He's torturing me.
Nice theory, Barbara, but I'm not buying.
Look at this disguise, Hal.
I just showed Paul's picture to the hotel manager. He said he looked a little like a man who was staying in this room under another name. Then he described Paul wearing this disguise. God knows what he was planning. He already tried to worm his way into Jen's life through a fake psychic.
But the theatricality of all this, it's just like James.
You're right. He's turning into the same monster his father was.
No, don't you say that. Paul hates James as much as you do.
Paul hates himself. When are you two gonna open your eyes and realize what's happened here? Paul's gone. His conscience and any decency he had is gone.
Okay, you stop. Right there. He is my son, and I love him.
Then accept what he's become.
No, I won't. I won't accept your twisted version of my son.
Have you forgotten what he's done to you? He kept you from your child until your spirit was so broken, you turned to drugs to dull the pain. You ended up in a psych ward. Am I the only one that remembers? Am I the only one that cares?
Dad, no matter what he has done, in his own way, it was always to protect me. And yes, maybe he is damaged, but he is my brother. And he would have been here if he could have been. Now, something has happened to him, and we have to find out what it is before it's too late.
I'm playing you?
I know you don't have to work at the Galaxy for the bucks.
You don't know a damn thing about my life.
No. Jack gets suspended, and now he's got you down there spying on me. Wouldn't be the first time you two have crossed the line together.
Oh, please, Nick. First of all, you're not important enough for Jack to care what you do. And secondly, he wouldn't want me there for any reason, least of all to do surveillance on you.
Then why are you doing it?
It's none of your business.
Oh, so you're just one of these little housewives that gets a cheap little thrill out of life.
I don't owe you any explanations.
So you prefer to explain it to your husband?
Oh, I tend to explain it to Jack. In fact, I would have already had he not gotten a very important call from Hal.
Yeah. You're way too smart to risk your family for some little cheap thrill.
And I'm way too impatient to stand here and be grilled by the likes of you. You can go.
Yeah, but there's got to be some other reason of why you were so eager to shake your moneymaker at that creep Anatoly.
And if there is, you'll never know. That's for sure. What the hell do you think you're doing? What are you looking for? You better get out of here, Nick, before I get Jack back here.
What? What are you, ripping from some little charity case that Hal's got him working on? Are you trying to blow his career once and for all?
Go! Give it to me now!
You little sneak. You've been holding out on me?
Maybe you're right.
Me?
Yeah. About Meg and Paul. Maybe there was another reason why he was kissing her.
Emma, I'm not trying to give you hope here. I'm just saying that your logic has been a little flawed
It's
lately.
okay. Henry, I'm not going to do anything crazy.
You're not?
No. I'm not going to leave town. I'm not going to move your money, and I'm not calling Dusty.
What are you gonna do, yeah?
I'm going to keep my mouth shut and wait. Just like you are.
Wait for what?
I don't know. Maybe we'll all just be surprised.
Yeah, Meg.
Jack, Mama's inside if you want to see her. Sorry, I can't stay and talk. I was heading out.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not here to see Emma. I came for you. Oh. We need to talk, Meg. About Paul Ryan.
I hate that Dad doesn't believe me. I mean, Paul wouldn't just leave.
Honey, your dad's trying to protect you, that's all.
No, but what if he misses something? Huh? What if Dad misses something because he thinks Paul's run off? Paul could be hurt or worse.
Your dad is a professional. He has to follow procedure. And if there's any evidence of foul play, he will find it.
Paul wouldn't just abandon me again, would he? I mean, what if Dad is right and he got cold feet and he ran off? Especially if he thought that I had the police with me, he would just take off.
Listen to me. If your brother ran, he's just running from himself, from his guilt, from his shame of letting us down. He loves you, and he wanted you so badly to forgive him. Now, the only thing I can think of is that something terrible did happen to him, or he's gone somewhere and he's waiting for you somehow.
Mom, do you think you can take Johnny home and stay with him for a while? Dusty's on a trip, and I don't know when I'll be home.
Well, of course. Where are you going?
To find my brother. I think I know where he is.
On the next, As the World Turns.
You're trying to break this case by yourself. I was right. Jack's got you doing his work for him.
Okay, I don't want to have to bring you in.
Bring me in for what?
For aiding and abetting a fugitive. We know that Paul's alive. And from everything we've heard, we know that you kept him that way. Tell me where he is, Meg.
Paul? Paul?
Time to go.
Your father's in a prison cell because he was determined to save Ashley.
Don't you ever criticize my family again.
That profit cements my place in the company.
No one will take you seriously. You're a joke.
You might want to watch your back.
Ooh, I'm scared.
This week on The Young and the Restless, CBS Daytime.